This week on The Swing, Sam Warren and Grant DeRue explain the SGA elections process. Find out what a couple of basketball players are doing off the court. Julia Boyd gets your opinions on Elon Memes. Elon University has proposed a new bias and discrimination policy. And Kassondra Cloos runs through this week's edition of the Pendulum in less than 90 seconds. Hello, and welcome to The Swing. I'm Brittany Lloyd-Jones. Elections for the Student Government Association will be held Monday and Tuesday. We're here today with SGA Executive President Sam Warren and Elections Chair Grant DeRue, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the election process. Hi guys, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Can you tell me a little bit about the election process and what goes into it?
Sure, I'd be happy to. This week, starting from last Thursday, candidates were allowed to campaign throughout campus through flyers, through visiting classes or organizations, through online things like Facebook and such. So that'll continue on until elections start next Tuesday at 9 in the morning.
Okay. And what exactly, can you tell me what SGA does? Why should students care about voting and so on?
Sure. SGA is actually involved in a lot of different things on campus. I think one of the most notable things that most people think of is that they're in charge of the budgets for organizations. So the treasurer has about $600,000 that they allocate each year to different student organizations. So whether it be student union board or something like that, they kind of control that and make sure everything's budgeted correctly. Aside from that, they're also involved in a lot of different on-campus events. We've partnered with Student Union Board to do the homecoming concert. All the homecoming events are planned by the SGA secretary. Each class will have an event usually, and each class kind of does their own thing as well. I believe the senior class is having a wine tasting coming up. The junior class did luminaries this year. Sophomore class, I believe, did a housing fair. So they're kind of involved in a lot of different on-campus events that kind of affect students in different ways.
Very cool, yeah. And you find it so hard sometimes to get to know the candidates personally. Can you tell me who the candidates are and a little bit about them, and maybe if there's a way that students can get to know them, if there's a speech coming up or something?
Sure. Of course, this coming Thursday, the 16th at 7:30 over in Studio B in the McEwen School of Communications, there's going to be speeches for all candidates. So candidates ranging from the sophomore class representatives all the way up to the executive positions. They'll be giving speeches and then followed by a debate for the 4 executive president positions.
Okay, gotcha. Well, thank you so much for coming today and telling us about the process and everything. Yeah. It's great having you.
Thank you.
The Elon men's basketball team is coming into the last 2 weeks of the regular season. But in the few moments they're not practicing, 2 players, Jack Eisenbarger and Josh Bonney, both explore their musical sides. Take a look.
My name is Jack Eisenbarger. I'm a sophomore here at Elon from Zionsville, Indiana, and I am an exercise science major.
I'm Josh Bonney. I'm a senior from Houston, Texas. Major in communication science with a music technology minor.
As far as music, if I hear like a song, whether it be like on the radio or just on my iPod that I really like, and maybe has a good piano piece in it that's catchy, you know, that's something that I usually listen to, or I'll go on like YouTube and look it up and learn how to play it.
I mean, we're in the locker room a lot, and usually, like, that's our time to share our new music or who's cool, what's what. So that's really what I meant by kind of common interest. Somebody always updating the iPod or the iPhone and playing some new stuff. So that's kind of how, I don't know, I'd say that's the most common way we are kind of, you know, music kind of brings us together.
It's something I do as a hobby. I'm not good enough really to get serious into it, but something I have fun with, so I'll probably continue to do it. Having some rhythm and kind of incorporating that into my game is something kind of that translates across both ends of the spectrum.
For an extended interview, check out elonpendulum.com. A few days ago, a Facebook page called Elon Memes popped up and dozens of students were quick to post well-known images with witty Elon-related taglines. Julia Boyd went around campus to get your opinions on the new fad.
Hey everyone, my name is Julia Boyd and I'm reporting for The Swing. Today I'm asking students how they feel about the new Facebook page of Elon Memes. Do you know what a meme is?
No. Did you say a meme?
A meme. Could you give me like your best definition of what you think a meme is?
Okay, I think a meme is a female version of a mime.
Like the closest related word to me is mime, so I would think of like someone trying to pretend they're in a box.
When one does not gleam, one memes.
It's like a cultural, I don't know, building block, and now on the internet it's something for people to get really angry about when they think things aren't memes.
Have you seen the Elon Memes page on Facebook?
No.
Would you like to?
Yes, do you have a copy of it?
Not on my person.
I have seen it before. Yeah, it's great stuff.
I'm actually not familiar with the Facebook page. I wish I was. It seems pretty interesting.
What is it? I haven't seen the Elon one specifically, but I've seen many of them, yes.
Do they appear in your news feed a lot?
Oh, quite a bit. I actually liked it on Facebook, and actually a lot of them are pretty funny, I think.
There's one with Acorn about Eddie, and I think that's just really inappropriate, and I don't think it's nice for anybody to say that about another person.
The baby that's like doing the fist pump and it says went to late night McHugh and it didn't throw up. That's a good one. That's one of my favorites.
Do you have any plans to make any of your own?
Eventually, when I get time, I'll definitely sit down and do that.
The Elon University Staff Advisory Council and Academic Council have proposed a new bias and discrimination policy to broaden the institution's definition of discrimination. The councils met Monday and Tuesday to discuss the proposal, which will be up for a vote February 17th.
To be assigned someone to be their advocate in their care and response throughout.
What it means is that we're acknowledging that there are a lot of things that happen in addition to sexual violence that might negatively impact a student's life. Considering what happened in the fall, both in the high-profile racial incidents and some other incidents that crystallized around bias and discrimination, we realized, wow, we don't have a model for these other things that are happening in students' lives. So what we've done is gone deeply into policy and procedure and said, how can we be better serving students who've been targeted? Some of those students will have been targeted in an immediate way, like the incidents that we heard about last fall. Sometimes it's about a climate that isn't very inviting or feels hostile or people don't feel that their experience is represented. So it's about trying to do both the immediate incident work and changing our campus climate to be more inclusive.
Let's look at all what are called protected categories, not just sexual harassment, but also if a person is harassed because they are in the LGBTQ community, or what if it's about faith, or what if it's about disabilities, or what if it's about gender identity. So let's use the Title IX guidelines, which were really a much higher standard to apply to all of what are called protected categories.
To learn more about the new policy and how students perceive diversity at Elon, take a look at the front page of this week's paper. Finally, Kassondra Cloos has the latest scoop from this week's edition of the Pendulum at the 90-second news desk.
Thanks, Brittany. This week in the Pendulum, the Queer Lawn blog, started by career counselor Ross Wade last fall, has officially kicked off with posts from students, faculty, and staff. The blog was created to foster discussion and the sharing of stories and research about issues pertaining to the LGBTQ community and its allies. Wade can be reached at rwade2@elon.edu. At least 4 bikes have already been stolen this year, and campus safety and police suggest students use U-locks instead of coils to secure them. Some bikes stolen for transportation often turn up around campus, but Detective Dan Engel said many of the rest are sold to pawn shops. 43 students reported stolen bikes last year, up from 30 in 2010. The campus bookstore boasts convenience for customers, but also charges significantly more than the standalone Barnes & Noble and Alamance Crossing. Shop manager Kathy Scarborough said the price difference covers extra costs associated with the store's convenience, and only 2% of that margin is profit. Senior Phyllis Jarrell and her fiancé Tyler Clater, a senior at Wake Forest University, have been selected as semi-finalists in a Brides Magazine contest for a dream honeymoon package in Fiji. Clater proposed last November near Japanese Garden and Waterfall in Richmond, Virginia, and the couple has already won an award and engagement party for most romantic proposal. This semester, students must acquire tickets for McCrary Theater on a reserved seating basis. Fred Rubeck, the department chair of performing arts, said the move will make productions more professional for actors and more organized for the audience. And finally, baseball season kicks off this week with a home game against the University of Akron at 2 p.m. Friday. I'm Kassondra Cloos, and thanks for watching the 90-Second News Desk.
For the latest news, multimedia, and podcasts, check out elonpendulum.com. Thank you for joining us this week. I'm Brittany Lloyd-Jones. Have a great day.